What's up and what's going on, everybody? Welcome. This will pretty much be call it a de facto Friday weekend wrap up. Going to be talking about a lot of what's been going on in this Negro sector of YouTube, as David Carroll used to call it, one who's in the thumbnail today. I didn't get around to talking about it or getting to it, but some information leaked out about the late David Carroll, and a lot of people talked about it. A lot of people talked about it in a very unfavorable way towards him. I'm of the view that if he's a hypocrite for the information that they're giving, that one of his arch nemesis that he was actually doing some pillow talking with, if he's a hypocrite, what does that make her? It's nothing in the I criticize black women for a living handbook that says you can't have sex with them or attempt to have sex with them. I think it is something in the criticize black men all day married to a white man, encouraging black women to not mess with black men while married to a white man handbook that says you can't be flirting around, de facto, kind of, sort of cheating on your husband with David Carroll. Even though someone say, oh, she wasn't cheating. Would you let your woman do that? Would you let your woman be messaging back and forth? Only one thing one could argue is a timeline issue. Was she married during this? We'll talk about that. But either way it go. She leaked out something that was supposed to make him look bad, but I came away like, she looks worse than him. She sent him photos with her kind of like bent over a bed. Like, she's sending him pictures and stuff. Like, for some reason, this male space was more critical of David Carroll. I thought that was weird. But we about to get into all of that. We about to break all of that down. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Oh, and I'm going to be talking about some Abba and Preach response to Pearly things. I don't care about the things he said about her. Of course, they let her have it. He took a jab at black men. So I do got to respond to Abba on that one. And of course, it was a fantastic dropped the instant classic stream. I'm not going to go to angle that y'all think with that, but I do. If something happened on that stream that I do got to discuss. So let's get ready to go. Let's strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
What's up and what's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button as we make our way on in here. Shout out to the early bird squad. Those of you that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. Those of you that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. Shout out to Little Rock, says yo. Shout out to Hoop Jargon in the building, says let's go. LB Crypto, let's go. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the good brother whose name I'm going to botch because I botch it every day. Whose name I'm going to botch because I botch it every day. I had to make it bitter. Ad vitam. See, I keep wanting to say vitamin. Ad vitam etranam. I think that's French. Shout out to you. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Shout out to Vince and Lindsay, one of my patrons. Shout out to you. Do appreciate all of my wonderful patrons who are. I got fresh stuff I got to post on the Patreon. I've been slacking. I told y'all I'm back on it. Even though I've never been consistently on it, but I'm consistently on it now. I got fresh stuff that I got to drop for the patrons. It was a stream that got taken down. My good buddy, Little Big Nate, sometimes sees red and he threatens. He gave kind of made a general statement that could have been perceived as an inciting violence towards people who work in the school system who wish to gender dysphoria influence children to basically the touchy people in the school messing around with transition closets and all that type of stuff. He threw out a slight threat that was bad. It was bad, but you know how Nate do. Nate see red sometimes, and he gets streams sent to Patreon. But I gotta put that stream up on the Patreon for y'all. But shout out to Vincent Lindsay, one of the new patrons. Shout out to Vincent Lindsay, one of the new patrons. I'll scroll and highlight the names right there as I do roll call, and shout out those of you who made it in. Shout out to Winthrop. Shout out to Mr. Tobert, says hit the like button when you come in. Absolutely. Shout out to Black Wolf, says yo. Shout out to Demactor Truckle, says Bernard, her stage name. I am aware of her stage name. I am aware of the footage that leaked. I will not be playing said footage. I'm really not going to be even going in on her that much. Hate to disappoint you guys, because she was one that I really just didn't care about that much. I always kind of viewed her, I don't know, I only saw her in clips that like kind of popped up on the internet in some places. And some of them I was like, yeah, that's a very sisterhood statement. That's a lightweight sisterhood statement. And that's one of the then she had that mixed with a lot of, statements that's run of the mill that, black men or the black women who are, supportive or black male friendly, the black women that do black male friendly content. Let's just call it that. She'll make some of their typical statements, where it sounds like advocacy for men, but she got enough doozies that's like, ooh, that was. So I always just looked at her as sisterhood. I didn't even know she was a stripper. Didn't know nothing about her. Never been subscribed to her. Never really sat there and listened to her content other than the beginning part where she put the leg out and then start talk like with some kind of accent. I would see that and we like, oh, okay, that's what she do. And then, skip ahead. I'm like, oh, now she's talking kind of ghetto. Oh, now she kind of going off. Oh, now, okay, yeah, I'm out. All right. That's about the relationship that I had with her content. Just I keep hearing about her. Let me click on it. Okay, she do the leg thing. Okay. What else? And then, and I just moved on. I don't even think I ever subscribed. It was more like, let me just see what's going on over there. I hear people mention her. Oh, actually, no. One time she did make it into a compilation clip of women copying Kevin Samuels' talking points that I that I put out there. She did do that. So one time I did do some content on her, but no, not really a big thing. Not really a big thing with me. So I don't got that much to say about her. Some people going for blood, and maybe rightfully so. Shout out to Nathan Daly. Damn. I saw some of that. I was like, damn. That was brutal. I don't know what. Yeah, YouTube is a horrible place. They will find you. They will find you. Black Wolf, like, let's go to the tape. And it's Oh, y'all have seen the video. Y'all have seen the video. The video is out there. There's video out there of her stripping. Okay, cut it out. I can find it. I'm not about to risk my channel so y'all can see the same cheeks that y'all saw already again. Not about to risk my channel for that. Y'all already saw them cheeks. Y'all already saw them. But shout out to Black Wolf Inc. in the building, says, open your mind and wake your black ass up. It's the grown man hour. You scallywags. Wow, that wasn't in the intro. Show some love for the Captain Bernie D. Riley. I don't know where that D came from, but Bernie D. Riley. Play my music, fam. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Where is it? Where is it? All right. Hood said cheeks to goddess. But no, shout out to my Patreons. Shout out to my Patreons. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. A number of things I got to get into. First thing on the agenda. The David Carroll situation. I'll probably revisit this later in the show because I do got to reiterate this point. There are moments where men in this space on YouTube do indeed take L's. And when a man takes an L, you know what? Damn it, he takes the L. For some reason, there's a overwhelming amount of men who like to celebrate those L's. I tend to call them sisterhood goons, but that's just me. That's just me and my opinion on them. But there is an overdoing and overselling of L's by black men. There is an overdoing and overselling of L's. I like to call it, we like to go dumpster diving for an L to hand to other black men. We go dumpster diving for those L's. Well, we don't, but there's other people that do. They go dumpster diving for those L's. And when I looked at the David Carroll situation, with Crystal and Kerrison, yeah, you could hand him an L. You can. But his L wasn't the biggest L. His L was not the biggest L there. Like I said in the opening pre-intro ramble. Look, it's as simple as this. It is nothing written in the unofficial rule book of criticizing black women for a living. It is as if, it's a rule book on that. It is. Hold up. It is nothing written in the rule book of criticizing black women for a living that says that you can't stick your dick in them or attempt to stick your dick in them. It is nothing written in that rule book that says you can't do that. All right. It is something written in the rule book of a married woman that says you can't be texting back and forth, sending pictures and stuff to another man. While trying to out him, she outed herself. She was married, far as we know, in 2018. That's when all of this started. She was a married woman in 2018 when all of this started. Now here she is trying to out David Carroll from the grave, that the man is dead, and she's trying to put it out there that he used to like her, that he was trying to get at her. Now, if he was just sliding in her DM and she was just showing ignored messages, then okay, you got him. But those conversations were long and in detailed. She was going along with it. And that stuff started while she was married to the mythical white man. She had Brad. Where's Waldo? She found him. All right, she had him. She absolutely had him, and built a whole business around teaching other black women how to find Waldo. And a lot of her arguments, a lot of her content was critical of the type of content that black men were putting out, namely David Carroll. Get Demac the trucker. Listen. That's how we should have been thinking. That's the analysis. I was about to get into that. But that's the type of speculative analysis that we should have. And it's going too deep. It's going down a rabbit hole. We don't know why two people who got a divorce. It's getting too deep down the weed. So I'm not going to go far down that rabbit hole. I'm not. But either way it go, if she was married in 2018 and she said they started sending those messages in 2018 and she's showing conversations and dialogue back and forth and all kind of stuff and she's sending him pictures and whatnot, and she's arguing, well, I never sent him a picture that wasn't already publicly online. Anyway, it don't fucking matter. She's sending him sexual type pictures. It's no other way around that. That's what she was doing. It's nothing in the I criticize black women for a living handbook that says that I can't stick my dick in one, or at least attempt to. It is something in the I teach a whole swirl movement about leaving black men alone and getting with a white man. And I'm currently married to a white man, and the most toxically masculine black man on the internet. I'm trading messages back and forth with him. That is an L for her. She's texting back and forth with David Carroll. That is an L for her. Now, only thing we could criticize with David Carroll, we could probably criticize his game, his approach. I mean, some of the messages. Okay, that happens a lot when chicks be screenshotting online dudes' messages. Myron Gaines got outed for sending some weird messages, and it was like, ooh, that ain't really player right there. What you said right there, but we can nitpick on that stuff. But overall, yeah, I mean, I see y'all down there saying Tommy do it all the time. Of course. That is what it is. All right. Let me damn it, what was I about to pull up? I was about to pull up who we got. Hold on, we got somebody. We got something. Oh, I don't got that one ready to go. Yeah, I was about to pull up something just in case y'all didn't see that one, because I saw it was on damn it, I thought I had that ready to go. It was on Solo. It was on Solo's channel. It was on Solo's channel, and Solo kind of going through a thing with his commentary on the manosphere. That's a whole nother thing. But he was showing how, yeah, she did send a picture. I'll just show y'all the picture. Y'all have to later on your own read the commentary. Well, I'll do this for y'all. Because I got a video up of him going off on her back in 2014. It's funny as hell. Some of y'all probably saw that, but we'll get into it. Mr. Kerrison got rid of her because she couldn't give up the BBC despite her hate for black men. We don't know that. We just know that she was messaging back and forth with a black man while talking cash shit about black men and emboldening other black women not to mess with black men. We know she was trading messages back and forth to black men. Now, she said she was doing that to try to, on some keep your friends close but keep your enemies closer type of thing. That's what she tried to say. But are we really gonna let her skate with that one? Are we really going to let her drag David Carroll's name through the mud and say, okay, well, he was keeping his enemies close. He was trying to fuck the enemy to prove a point. We can go with any narrative if that's the case. We can go with any narrative if that's the case. Let me pull that up just so y'all could just get a feel for something. But oh my goodness, Sir jacking me off, KBE, man, get out of here. He said Mr. Harrison got rid of. Okay, wait, I already read that one. I just noticed your name. I didn't see that, but yeah, that's wild. Shout out to you. Appreciate you putting 5. Appreciate everybody who support the stream. We about to dig into this. Black Wolf Inc. in the building says proves that her message has been a lie the entire time. She is promoting dating outside the race while secretly weighing options with black men. That's how I interpreted that. That is definitely how I interpreted that. Like we can't front on that one. I've put it like this. This was long before the divestment movement was a thing. This was long before that, but I did mess with a chick who she said she only messed with white dudes. She said she hadn't messed with a black dude since she was like a teenager, and that was all that was there. But once she got old enough to really, move about the country and do what she want to do, how she want to do it, she said she only messed with white dudes. She messed with me, and was completely 100. Like she. Okay, I ain't go. Okay, I'll go and say this. Cause chicks watch porn just as much as men. She told me that when she started messing with me, the type of porn that she watched changed. To put it like that. She told me the type of porn that she watched changed. It's like she started typing in something. It's something she started typing in that search engine. And I think y'all know what it is, what she all of a sudden got into or got back into. I mean, it's like, so here's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I left the hurt. Yeah, I ain't trying to, make a definitive statement about my junk, but I don't do that. That would be pause. That would be a pause, no homo type of situation, because look, it's nothing but men here listening. So I'm just saying a card carrying swirler changed her preferences. I'll just say that, or never gave up the preferences. That's all that's all I'm saying. So you tripping if you don't think it's possible that a chick who's who's married to Pee Wee Herman could hear a black man ranting and raving and yelling and talking all this toxically masculine shit on the internet, and that she not get a little turned on by it. Like Tommy Sotomayor gets a lot of ass off of that, where he going in, he cussing out black women, he doing all that, and then somewhere in that thick twisted female brain, they start getting turned on when they hear that stuff. I wonder, would he talk to me like that in person? They turned on by the prospect of him talking to her like that in person, and they also turned on by the prospect of him not talking to her like that and having sex with her. And oh, he hates black women, but he likes me. It's like so much stuff going on in their head, to where it is not far-fetched and out of the realm of possibility that she didn't hear David Carroll yelling and ranting and raving about what black women and what these black bitches is doing, and how they fucked up this and they fucked up that, and and her pussy got wet listening. That is not out of the realm of possibility. So I don't want to hear the shit that she's trying to say when she's trying to say. If y'all saw the videos, if this is like a if you know type of deal. Nope, I gotta pull up basic videos so y'all can know what's going on. While I pull that up, I'll let y'all play some of this clip. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to this clip. Y'all about to hear some of how David Carroll used to go in. Yep, Pablo. We already hypothesized on that one. It might be the reason why she divorced. It might be the reason why she's divorced. Well, get ready to pull up a clip of, just so y'all can just get the backstory. This is back in 2014 when he called into a show.
Cleveland.
Hello.
Brother, what's going on, man?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Cleveland, who is this?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I online?
Hey, brother, this is David, man. What's up?
Oh, shit. What's going
Mr.
on,
David Carroll is on the air with us. I cannot believe it. Hold on, East Virginia. David Carroll, what are you gonna say to the conversation, man?
Well, brother, I've been pressing one, and
Somebody is asking, did she smash David Carroll? She don't have to. Text messaging back and forth, sending pictures of her like kind of bent over a couch. I'm gonna show you. That's enough for a divorce. Texting and messaging back and forth with black men that you supposed to be hating or having a thing with, but you on speed dial. You got them on speed dial. You got their phone numbers. You calling them. David Carroll ain't the only one that she had access to or had access to her. It's like, that's enough for a divorce. That's enough for a divorce. If I'm that white man, I'm sitting there like, you are obsessed with these black men. You built a whole career around talking shit about these black men, and now you on the phone text messaging with them. That's reason for a divorce. That's reason for the white dude to just be like, hey, clearly you can't get these black men off your mind. Go have at them. So it's not a far-fetched theory, Pablo. It is not a far-fetched theory. It's not. It's not. I hate that we got to just theorize with this, but it's not a far-fetched theory. So, yeah.
I got into this football game. It's a pretty good game, but I'm gonna weigh in a little bit. Then I'm gonna get back to this game because it seemed to be more exciting. But it's kind of comical to me whenever you hear a black female want to deflect away from the fact that she's not a representative of all black women. There's no way you can get around it. Wherever you enter, your gender and your race enters with you. Is that a good thing? Maybe not, but that's how that goes. When people see you, they see a black woman, and you just can't get around that. So to say that you're not a representation of all black females is you trying to skirt the issue. You don't want to accept the fact that these black women that you say you're trying to get them to make better choices have been making horrible choices, dealing with these same dysfunctional, ignorant, backwards men that many of them have children with. And now that they're sick of dealing with this Negro, you come along and tell them, listen, you can do better. But the better that you want them to do is a white guy. And then you can't understand why people have a problem with that. Now, if you were advocating doing better, and that better was if you get you a good educated black male or whatever the case may be, then that's fine. But your whole platform is diametrically opposed to that.
Now, right there, listening to that part. Now, that part is where I could legitimately say, now he about to go in hard, but that's the part where I could legitimately say that whether David Carroll would have admitted it or not, he did legit have some issue with the swirlers. He said, hey, I don't care. If they didn't never say anything bad about black men, I would say nothing about them. But I think he did that. Like David Carroll, he's the type. David Carroll, I think, was actually pro-black. That's just my little theory. But he was the right type of pro-black. The pro-blacks wouldn't even call him pro-black. They call him a coon. The accurately operating pro-black is the one who sees all the fuckery that black people are doing and properly calls that out and talks about real precise what the problem is, where the problem is, and how we got to fix the problem. And he used to talk about that. He used to talk about that heavy. And he about to get into it. He about to get into it here because he about to go off. He about to go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. That's six Puda. I see you down there. I don't even know if it popped up on the StreamYard yet. Yeah, that's one of those names that's gonna last one day. that's one of those chat room names that I'm gonna let rock for one day. That's Six Puda. You can't make a YouTube name based off somebody else's stripper name, bro. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. Y'all ain't shit, man.
So you are a hypocrite. The next thing that I want to say is this. And this is mind-boggling to me. And the brother mentioned it, and I find it kind of comical that you had two black women.
No, because of the timely nature of it, because we gonna let that one rock, but we not gonna keep that. We not gonna let that one ruminate. We not gonna keep that one going.
On the phone, and both of them skirted past what that brother said. Brother Jerry said about the woman being able to deal with that child in the womb. Y'all skirted past that. That's the reason why the African proverb says that a race and a culture can rise no higher.
It's some background noise. That background noise is going to end soon. It's coming from the actual feed of this video. It's going to end pretty soon.
In the moral position of the woman. Why is that? Because the woman is the first transmitter of culture. That's the reason why such onus is placed on her. And it's kind of comical that these are so-called educated women who just took that and swept that under the rug. No, you black women have to own up to the fact that when y'all dealt with white feminists, when y'all sided with welfare policies, this helped to create the modern day ghetto. So you cannot sit there and say, I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just trying to make people have better choices and I can't be to blame for all of them. That's a bunch of bunk. I'm not listening to that crap for no female. And then the last thing I want to say is to make the assumption, and this is a part of the insanity when you deal with these black women, to make the assumption that because we have a harsh analysis on black women, that all of a sudden we have horrible mothers? I mean, really? I mean, are you serious? That's the reason why we have the analysis that we have. It's because we're looking at these women and we're looking at what our mothers were, and you black women fall far short of that.
And keep in mind, David Carroll, just looking at his age, he's from an era when some would argue that black women were a bit different. You know, his mama would technically be Big Mama. So that's just throwing some context. You know, who we call him Big Mama today, you know, the big mamas that, you know, that don't exist no more, that would be David Carroll's mom. just take that statement that he made about we looking at these women today and y'all ain't nothing like what we saw in our moms. That's the context. Nowadays, it's grown people walking around today whose mom was at Freaknik. So, and it's a video going around where Mark Lamont Hill is blaming black men for the charging black men up for sexual assault, for the crimes that were committed at Freaknik by all those consenting adults. It was a bunch of grape. That's what he's saying. All those consenting adults. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Don't call my shit an echo chamber, Blackground TV. I'll let your ass up here. It ain't an echo chamber.
And that's the reason why the analysis is hard. But y'all don't want to deal with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's just like me saying I can't be blamed for the condition of black men. Whether it's positive or negative, when people see me, they see a black male. I can't get around that. And until they actually engage me, they're going to see me no different than they see any other black male. And that's partly due to the dysfunctional Negroes that many of you black women slept with. Many of you black women helped sell his dope. Many of you black women ran around here and got him out of jail. Let me finish. You're not going to cut me off. I'm going to finish saying what I got to say. I'm good.
I like it, David Carroll, like these ain't the Anton Daniels days of modern days of calling into a female show. He's like, I'm gonna talk and say what I got to say until y'all just kick me off. Ain't no back and forth, ain't no debate. He just like, I'm reeling my shit off, and that's that. But shout out to Anton Daniels. Y'all was unfair about the Yanni thing. I think he didn't get punked by Yanni. He didn't get punked by Yanni, in my opinion. You only can say he should have never called in. Why even talk to her? Fair, but I think he went on and made his points and stood on his square. 85%, 90, 85. Anyway, let's go.
Back to this game.
We're not having a conversation. You're just monologuing.
You black women.
Doesn't listen to anything somebody else says.
So if we're not going to be able to have an exchange, then I'm going to
get back to the game. Y'all not going to overtalk me. That ain't going to happen.
Discussion?
That ain't going to happen today. That's not going to happen no day. You're not going to overtalk me. You're going to let me finish saying what I got to say. I sat here for a whole hour and listened to you ramble off the mouth and say a bunch of nothing.
Wait,
you have said absolutely nothing. You said that same white worship crap that you've been saying in your videos,
that you've written in your book,
to have a monologue. There ain't no monologue. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you run your mouth and talk that same, I want to worship white men. I'm not listening to that crap. If I want to listen to that crap, I'll go and listen to your videos.
Okay, well,
I got your book.
Nice
I know what you talk about. So let me finish my point, and then y'all going to say what y'all got to say. You're not going to overtalk me. And you best be quiet when I'm talking, because you're not going to talk me. That's not going to happen today. That's not going to happen no day.
Like you mute everybody else when he.
All right, they kicked him. They kicked him off of that. So that was pretty much the gist of it. They kicked him off after that. Now that was in 2014. Now apparently in 2018. Now he getting put under some fire. Why? Because well, she leaked out in 2023 that sometime back in 2018, he apparently slid in her DM after going off on her and making a lot of content about her. He basically pursued her and basically so many words. She didn't release anything graphic, but enough stuff to see that it was clearly flirty. He was complimenting her. He was telling her she looked good. That she looked good in that dress. Send me a picture of it, and she was sending him pictures. She was with it, but she trying to out him for being a single man attempting to stick his dick in a female. That's not an L for him. You could probably say his game was weak, but that ain't an L for him because, like I said, it's nothing in the criticizing black women on the internet manual, handbook, rule book that says you can't also fuck them. It is something that says that you can't be married and exchanging messages back and forth with another man and sending pictures. This is her L, not David Carroll's. This is her L. And I listen to a lot of people talk, and I'm not about just criticizing other black men's content. You got to be. If I think you're anti-black male, then I'll give some criticism. But it was a lot of people who wasn't calling it like that, who wasn't properly calling it like that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, his game was probably a little weak. Okay, all right. But goddamn, it ain't a crime for him to try to have sex with her. It is a crime for her to be entertaining the shit. This is her so-called trying to out him.
Yesterday I did a video about the whole just pearly things. I told you I don't care. Even what I'm telling you right now, I don't care. But the reason why I'm doing this now is because I mentioned yesterday that for years, one of the godfathers of the manosphere used to talk to me, reached out to me.
No, you used to talk to him. He didn't used to talk to you. Both of y'all used to talk to each other.
Shoot, I just found a message from like 2014 where he was trying to reach out to me.
Okay. So in 2014, back when that video that I just played took place, he apparently reached out to her afterwards. Apparently that's what happened. She's trying to out a manosphere OG by saying he committed the crime of pursuing a woman. Shout out to those of you who are supporting the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me get to all of my super chats. Let me get to all of my super chats. Said it was a win for Carroll. Ain't nobody. Well, shout out to Dusty Nuts. Shout out to Dusty Nuts. Says it is a win for Carroll. It is a win for Carroll. Ain't nobody put in that energy with only pics. She was doing something with him. We don't know that, but she was definitely entertaining. If you want to take that extra step and say that, yeah, she was with it 100%. Yeah, okay, cool. I ain't gonna tell you you're wrong. This proves that her message has been, shout out to Black Wolf Inc., proves her message has been a lie the entire time. She promoting dating outside race while secretly weighing options with black men. Absolutely. Shout out to Dusty Nuts again. Says she's an investor. She loves to be deposited with money. I don't even understand what point you're making right there. Hold on, let me make that bigger so I can see it. Let me make that bigger so I can see it. All right. Says she's an investor. She loves to be deposited with money. She loves to be deposited with money. Shots. Oh, okay. Now I didn't understand that shots with the X on there. Okay, gotcha. Shout out to you. Do appreciate your support. Who else we got in this joint? Shout out to Sir Jack Mehoff. Yalanee's YouTube name. Tyrone fucks Chad. What the fuck? Oh, now I get it. Tyrone fucks Chad Cucks. Okay, that's a new play on Alpha fucks Beta Bucks. Okay. See what you did there. I see what you did there. Black Wolf Inc. in the building. He says, I wonder if she handed. Let me make that bigger so I can see it. Let me stop squinting my eyes, going blind. The Black Wolf Inc. in the building. Black Wolf Inc. in the building with the $5 super chat says, I wonder if she handed her husband the divorce papers. She said, sorry, honey, but the power of the dark side is strong. We don't know all that. That is speculative. But all I know, if I was married to a woman, and I don't care if she worked on YouTube, if she was messaging back and forth with YouTube niggas, we done. That's all I say. I don't care what her theory is. I mean, what her story is. I'm trying to keep my enemies close. Whatever she tried to say, like, cut it out. No, no, we not going. We not going on that one. Sir Jack Mehoff, KBE in the building, says Uncle Dave said he preferred being the backup quarterback. Man. Man. So yeah. No doubt. Thank you everybody for the super chats. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate that. Let's get back into this one.
And you guys know that the manosphere hates me, right? Like they absolutely hate me. So David, at one point during one of the many kerfuffles that I had, like, reached out to me and talked to me, and he was just like, he did not have a very high opinion of the manosphere. Now, before I say what I'm going to say, and I'm actually going to show receipts. You might want to tag people, and I'm going to wait.
That ain't no revelation right there. The whole he didn't have a high opinion of the manosphere. He always called it, Negro sector of YouTube. I mean, he used to take shots at it. He didn't like it. He didn't care for what a lot of people were saying out here. You know, it was some people who he spoke favorably of, but for the most part, he was his own sovereign entity. And that's why he didn't claim the Black Manosphere. The Black Manosphere claimed him. And that's why he said he'll never do the live stream thing. He said he'll never go live. He'll never be interacting and going back and forth with people, and because it ain't nothing to debate about. Just like when he called into that show, he wouldn't entertain in the debate. He called in to say everything he had to say until they kicked him off. That's how he rolled. That's how he rolled.
Wait a minute.
So she's not out in nothing right there.
I show you. I'm going to actually show you, because just to preface things, when people tell me something, when people share private information with me, I don't go back and
all right, let me fast forward through this.
This is an exercise in being very critical of the people and personalities. If they only knew the shit in the manosphere. But
no, y'all not gonna be able to
what area code that is?
Y'all not gonna be able to really truly see this.
216.
But she's gonna read it.
Do you know what area code that is? It's Ohio. And that's where David Carroll was. This is the earliest text message I could find. But David Carroll had been texting me for years before 2020. Think 2018. Okay. That man was an op in the manosphere. He did not and I know he said terrible things about me, but I want you to see how full of shit these men are, because he would talk his shit on his channel, but on the back end, this is what he was saying to me.
No.
So this is when I guess he got an iPhone. And I guess with iPhones, before he had an Android.
Again, nothing in the rule book says that you can't be critical of Black women or critical of a Black woman, or not even like a Black woman, or not even like a woman for that matter, and still be willing to have sex with her. It's just, it is what it is. We all can name a definitely annoying chick who we can't stand, who, if given the opportunity, she'd get got. It's just all to it. I am not tripping on that. We shouldn't be tripping on that. The only thing trip worthy is how do y'all got ongoing messaging that's lasting years? That's the only thing. You messaging back and forth with Black men on Black YouTube in the Black manosphere who you claim to hate, which is okay. People like to hate fuck. That's no problem. You was married. He wasn't. This is an L for Crystalline, not David Carroll.
And so I have this thing on my phone where after 30 days, the text gets deleted just because I get so many, I don't know if it's 30 days or 60 days or something. It's a while, but because I,
yeah, we don't need to hear all
and like my, but then I remembered the area code that he would text me from. And so I keyed this in this morning and this came out. That's why I can't fuck with you. You good and classy, smart at the same time. I can only imagine what you doing for the live. He was talking about, you know, I was showing him stuff and he was like, oops, sorry, that was for somebody else. Cause I think I was trying to text, like I was showing him for the live.
This is real
time.
small and you can't see what she's saying, but when I blew it up, she's like kind of going with it and flirting back a little bit. You can see right there that she dropped, she like responding with an emoji to the compliments. Like that's when a chick is with it. If a chick is responding with emojis, she's welcoming the flirting and inviting more of it. So it is what it is.
I can only imagine what you doing for the live. He was talking about, you know, I was showing him stuff and he was like, oops, sorry, that was for somebody else. Cause I think I was trying to text like my people on graphics and stuff. I thought I was going to get a sneak preview of the outfit. LOL, no, you'll see. It should have been see it when it's live. Okay, you ready? Yep. Yeah, I covered the donation content.
See, when he said, I thought I was going to get a sneak preview of the outfit, like that was a thing that she would get dressed up for her live stream, and then she'd take a picture and then she'd send it to him, and the picture would be a little provocative. Her argument is that, okay, no, these pictures are posted in other places, but still, she's posing kind of sexy and sending him a picture to his cell phone. Like that's an L for her. That's an L for her.
Content.
That's an L for her, not him. If he would have hit it in 2018, he would have basically just proved that everything that he said about Black women. They talking about all this swirl stuff. They married to white men. They trying to get married to white men. Blah blah blah. They still will fuck niggas. That was a point that he made plenty of times. He would be proving his points and debunking her points by the two of them having anything going on with each other. His points will be proven. Her points will be debunked. So if he was pursuing and she was entertaining, that don't debunk him, that debunks more of her.
Did you do your video? See? Yeah, I covered the donation content, etc. What happened? Technical difficulties. Did you see the recap? No, I'll check. Click it now. Oh shit, okay. Are you watching? Yeah. Disagree with some points. Setting was cool. Dress was sexy, classy, hot. Thanks. You have more patience than me. I would have thrown the camera right against the wall. That's one of the reasons I don't like doing lives. LOL, I had 1,000 people in the chat when it was live. Wow, most were snooping. Nuh-uh. I emailed my followers. Your skin glows.
Right, Great Britain. A real married woman would have blocked him. Was flat out. Would have actually got blocked.
I emailed my followers. Your skin glows. Do a pink on your skin. Shaking my head. Some of your followers.
Like, okay, now this is a part where, okay, we can criticize a little bit and say, okay, the game was kind of weak. Talking about your skin glowing when the pink is on your skin. Okay, yeah, that was corny. That was corny. All right. we can dock a point for the game being kind of weak, but at the end of the day, she's not outing him. She's outing herself. She's trying to kick dirt on the name of the manosphere, saying these guys aren't really what they say they are. But no, you're proving a lot of our points by the mere fact that you would be entertaining this while married.
Followers would be devastated if they knew we talked. Are y'all devastated? I hope not. I hope
her audience should be devastated. her audience should be devastated. That's who should be devastated here. Not anybody related to the manosphere. We shouldn't have that much criticism for a man in the pursuit of pussy. We shouldn't. We just flat out shouldn't. That shouldn't be a big deal. That should not in any way, shape, or form be a big deal. Now let me locate something else here. Hold on. Let me locate something else here. Now this part right here, and again, you have to find this. I'll put links in the description to all of this stuff, so y'all can really look through the messages. They kind of blurry and kind of hard to see. People got to learn how to properly present text message screenshots. But only thing I'm trying to show here. Is only one thing that I want to show here, and I don't even think I got it up. Hold on.
I haven't touched base yet. My sector. Wait.
This is a whole nother thing. All right, here it is, right here.
When I respond, and then I showed this. What's up? Never mind. I missed the call. What's wrong with my hair? I like it. It's sexy. Thanks. How did you like it? The show. Really? After the bottle foreplay. LOL. So this was a picture. This is a picture.
I hope y'all can see that. It's small. Again, they got to do better at showing, at presenting the shit. But this is her. That's her bent over a bed, sending him a picture. He asked for a picture. She bent over the bed and sent him a picture. Now I don't know who the hell took that picture. I don't know who the hell took the picture, but oh, that sound was low. Oh, my bad. That's probably just how it was recorded. Yeah, that's how it was recorded. I can't do nothing about that. But at the end of the day, the point is proven that she was with it. She was entertaining it in the whole works. The point is she was with it. She was entertaining it in the whole works. Dark Knight mentality, get out of there. Then her husband took the picture. Woo, get out of there.
And mind you, all the pictures that he has of me are public pictures. He would like for me to send him pictures. And if all I had to do was send him pictures to keep him happy that were already on the internet, that's what I did. Shaking my head. You look really hard. Trump fucked up with attacking Biden. Yeah,
the part where with those pictures, damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm put the links in there because the stuff is hard to see. You got to zoom in to really see it, because I can't even see it right here. But the whole moral of the story is that y'all can see she was sending pictures. She was with it. She was going along with it, even if she didn't have intentions on ever messing with him for real. She was entertaining it. She trying to expose an L for him. It's an L for her. It's an L for her because they had communication going way back to when she was married. She pinned an L on herself Disappointed that a lot of men are looking at it as, oh, this manosphere, these dudes is fake. It's like dudes go dumpster diving for L's. Yeah, that was Kevin. They was talking about something Kevin Samuels said, because these was all the way up to 2020. These was all the way up to 2020. It's like, so I don't know why we came out of that criticizing David Carroll. Again, this is where he can get criticized, because he used to talk like he was on some, what do you say, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, I'm taking the sticks. Well, apparently that wasn't true. Like, we can nitpick and get him on a few things. He used to talk like he was real direct. He just cut right to the chase. He's like, I just say, you gonna bend over or not? He used to say stuff like that. Okay. He's a little more indirect with his game. We can say that. We can say he wasn't as direct as he said he was. And 10 times out of 10, he ain't taking the cigars. He's apparently, you better bump that down to 7 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10. It's like this was so this was nonsense. This was nonsense that she would actually go on and try to expose this deceased man. Dispose this deceased man. His audience have moving on. RIP. His channel was sitting up there like a museum, and she gonna come out of nowhere trying to expose him. That is some nonsense. I put everything that I showed is findable. So if y'all want to look at what was exactly said, but just know that it was flirty back and forth on both ends. Like that's all to it. Yeah, Body Thug, I understand the orbiter thing. You can say that he was on some orbiter type of shit. But either way it go, whether he got at it direct or indirect, if he were to get at that, I don't care how he had to do it, that would be a slam dunk for his talking points. Either way it go. So it's like, no matter what happened there, if she's doing anything other than blocking him immediately, it's an L for her, win for him. Just based off the dynamic where he has content, he's the arch nemesis criticizing her movement, and she's the arch nemesis criticizing his stuff. They're arch nemesis. Only thing is, he's single, she married. She should have blocked him on sight. End of. Now she's trying to out him to everybody now that he's dead. Like, that's distasteful. That's dishonorable. It was literally no reason for that. But I don't know why it's not a C. Not that I'm just criticizing or policing other men's content, but it should have been a sea of content of men criticizing her for entertaining a man while married. Instead, it was more content of men criticizing David Carroll. I thought that was distasteful on the part of men, and I don't want to turn into that dude where I start just policing and criticizing content like that. I don't want to turn into that, but it's getting to that point. Because it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. But all right, let me get into something a little more funner. Got three different topics, but I try to run through these ones real fast. And we're going to open it up and we're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me see. Let me pull up one more thing. And yeah, I know that whole thing was a little, that David Carroll pink pill. Yeah, even entertaining that. It felt, I reluctantly talked about it because it just looks so, it's messy and gossipy. But at the same time, I'm like, she's trying to piss on this man's grave. It's like that wouldn't cool. And I wasn't going to touch on it. But when I saw other men in this space not properly covering it or covering it the way I thought it should be covered, I was like, I got to touch on it. So I had to go on and do what I had to do. But it's a bunch of gossipy mess that I didn't want to deal with. But at the same time, I don't think people exactly held it down. I don't think people exactly held it down on how that should have been discussed. That's her L, not his. But all right, we got to get into an aspect or an angle of the the 6-footer controversy. Shout out to Mr. Fantastic. He got a classic stream. I highly recommend this one. The stream was a classic. It was fantastic can get messy. This ain't one of the messy parts of it. This is another thing where I got to talk to the brothers. Because this guy is talking about, women in the space. You got to hear what this guy's saying. Yeah, this fantastic stream is still up. Got to get into this. But this guy in the bottom left, right there, right here, we got to break this down.
Mess with them chicks online, you got a gate up, bro. If you gonna mess with like I do, I always said this straight up, bro. If you gonna mess with them chicks online, you gotta gatekeep the space, bro. You must gatekeep.
We gotta gatekeep the space. Okay. This is on the heels of Danica Marie and Six the Goddess, and a lot of people saying they going left. To me, Six was already left. Danica, it's some things she said that I think she kind of tripping on, but Danica been cool. Either way it go. All right. Some things recently she tripping on, but overall I think Danica been cool. But he's saying the space got to get gate kept. Now my immediate question is how? We can't do a drone strike on their house to stop them from doing YouTube. I'm getting tired of explaining how YouTube works, how the algorithm works, how anybody without any permission from anybody in the Black manosphere who could possibly gatekeep they can do content. They can tag it, title, thumbnail it. They call it the 3 T's: topic, title, thumbnail. You got a certain topic, you got a certain title, you got a certain thumbnail, you can got some tags. That's going to make it 4 T's. Tags and hashtags and ats and all of that. You're going to get entangled into a certain algorithm, whether we like it or not. We can't gatekeep that. But he's saying, y'all got to gatekeep. Don't let these women in. Y'all let them in. I'm like, all right. Well, let's go forward. If y'all saw this, y'all already know the major problem with what he's saying.
Because I've always, oh no, man, you gay, bro. It's not about being gay. It's just the fact that when the views go up on their shit and the subs go up on their shit, then they gonna think they better than y'all. Then they gonna try to type. That's why I said y'all niggas gotta gatekeep.
Remember that statement. When the views go up on they shit, they gonna think they better than y'all. That's why y'all niggas gotta gatekeep. Keep that statement in mind.
Y'all not getting no ass out of the deal. Y'all ain't getting no money out of the deal. So why?
Keep that statement in mind. Y'all ain't getting no ass out of the deal. Y'all ain't getting no money out of the deal. He's talking to the content creators.
Why would you have them up on y'all shit? Unless they saying what y'all want them, what you want to hear. That's it. Because we know they're not morally upright. Like that whole situation.
All right, I'm actually going to skip. I got to skip to where Fantastic jumped in. Just keep that in mind.
Just proves she's not.
Yeah. See, brother. See.
Boom. You see them a few times. That's it. I am doing no more business with her because regardless of how you feel about Pearl, she violated. She Me Too the slavery. That she need to get. Yeah, they find.
Like, brother Maurice, young brother. Now, I'm glad you came up here, brother, because you in front of the congregation. Now, brother, you were on that 60 Guys in the Danica Marie panel over the whole Pearly things, right?
Yeah,
right. And you were in support of these women, like you niggas is doing the wrong thing and whatever and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little hip, yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear this dude who was criticizing us for not gatekeeping the space and said when their views get more than y'all, they gonna think they better than y'all? But he's the nigga over there watching they shit. What in the total hell? What he want us to? What do you want us to do? He's mad at us for not gatekeeping his own simp chip, where he came up on the panel. He came up on the panel and hopped on there and on there with them, supportive of them, criticizing the men. And then now the chicks done turned on him. Now he's jilted because apparently he didn't get no money or no ass out of the deal. And now he running back here to us. Hey, y'all gotta control these. No, nigga, you control yourself and don't watch. Control yourself. Control yourself and don't watch them. If you think that there's a problem, we can't gatekeep. Only you can prevent this forest fire. I can't stop Six from doing that content and putting her leg out there and talking with an accent for the first 30 seconds of the show and then being full ratchet 30 minutes into the show. I can't stop that. If that's what does it for you, and that's what you over there watching, and that's what you over there supporting, and that's what you over there throwing money at, they running back here. Why didn't y'all stop them? I'm like, that's a you problem. That is a you problem. If you are over there and you're getting diminishing returns on that investment of your time and money over there, don't come back to the black male content creators who you should have been supporting anyway, mad at us saying why we didn't do anything, why we didn't do what, a drone strike on Danika's platform. She had 70,000 subs, 80,000 subs before we knew she existed. I don't even remember when Six started her channel. I just know I looked and I saw 20,000. I blinked and saw another 40. I blinked and it was another 60. And I didn't watch nothing. I didn't watch none of her through that. But you supported her all the way through, and now you're mad. Now you're mad at us. Like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. And that happened on my show. Some dude came on my show. He was criticizing the women. Then he slipped up and told that, yeah, I'll be over there super chatting and sending them money. I'm like, so it's like, now you're over here criticizing them now. You've been sending them money. You went left on, they went left on you. And now you're mad at men who you ain't never super chatted, who you ain't never sent no money to, who you ain't never sent no cash up to, who you be barely in they chat. It's like, and here's another thing. This is another important thing. The manosphere get blamed a lot. The manosphere get blamed. People try to say, oh, the simple sphere, y'all over there simping on these women. I finally, in light of all this controversy, I finally actually went over there and like watched for a period of time, not just 2 minutes and didn't leave. Like, I actually watched for real and read the comments and saw the super chats and read what they were saying. It was a bunch of queen, mother, goddess niggas over there. It was a keep your head up, queen. Like, I'm like, that ain't even us. That's like a whole nother audience. It's overlap because, like I said, the titles, tags, thumbnails, algorithm will play certain things together. But I'm like, nah, that ain't. It was a lot of that queen, mother, goddess, Sheba energy going on up over there. That's what a lot of them dudes was on. That was super chat like that. I'm like, I was, because I finally went over there and really watched the same thing I figured out when I finally investigated Pearl's channel. I'm like, okay, it's some overlap. I recognize that name. I watched for a little longer. Oh, I think I recognize that. But 95% of what the people I see in that chat room over there, that ain't us. That ain't us. That ain't like going to Kevin Samuels' channel and you saw the manosphere heavy in there when Kevin Samuels was popping. But no, that ain't even Fresh and Fit is not heavy. I mean, Fresh and Fit got more of a black manosphere audience, I would argue, than some of these chicks that they pinning on the black manosphere. I'm seeing dudes talking about some, my beautiful queen. Don't even worry about that beautiful queen. It's like manosphere niggas don't talk like that. Manosphere niggas simp behind the scenes. They don't simp in public. Let's go on and get that one straightened out. Manosphere niggas slide in the DM with some simping shit. They don't do it publicly now. Let's not get that twisted. For real. We don't do all that simping in public. That's for them. That's for them no tips. Yeah, we undercover with ours. But for real, I was over there looking, and I'm like, that ain't even us over there. Why they charging us up with that one? Now, like I said before, there are people like, and I give Danica some props. I was critical when I first found out about her. She was saying some weird stuff. I was a little critical, but there are people, Danica cool. Definitely respect Crimson Cure content. There are definitely women that I view as allies in the propaganda war, because a big part of what the manosphere does is basically counter, like we're the counterpunch to woman-centric propaganda against men. That's what we do. When you had to break it down into one sentence, that's what we do. And if some women want to join in that fight, fine. But for the men who jump on board with that shit, who go and support them, because like I said, it's a flaw baked into the cake of that system. Even though I can pull some meat out of it and spit out the bones. The meat is okay. They're allies in a propaganda war. The bones is the mere fact that a bunch of men from a community raised by single mothers are coming online and then listening to women basically give them game. So it's like you're still de facto following the lead of a woman, and that ain't a good look. And I don't think that ain't it. But at the end of the day, like that's the flaw baked into the system that is hard to escape. It's hard to escape that flaw that's just built in and baked into the system of women doing men-centric content. They're going to have an audience of majority men, and then it's a bunch of men learning at the feet of a woman, and that's anti the overall message. So I stand on this, and I said this in 2020. Unless they got a majority female audience, it's it just don't mean as much. And I stand on that. But at the end of the day, I do support Crimson Cure. I do support Crimson Cure. Danica cool, but she been tripping on some stuff lately. Yeah. I actually went to her Instagram for the first time. I ain't going in. I tend to let married women. I tend not to be too critical of married women, so that's what I'm gonna say. But I went to her gram for the first time today, because she almost made my thumbnail, but I kept her out. But that Instagram, never mind. I ain't going. It was, yeah. All right. But either way it go. Either way, I kept Danica out the thumbnail. I show respect to a woman who's been married 10 years, got married young, still with the dude. Not coming out all guns blazing on that one. I let that one rock. I leave that alone. But yeah, that IG looked real single. But anyway. All right. Here's the deal. That's where I'm at on that. And what I am saying to men, that it is not the content creators, the black male content creators' responsibility to stop you from going and supporting female content creators who may very well be just doing it for money, who may very well not believe the words that are coming out of their mouth. It is not my job to stop you from doing that, because I can't stop you from going over there, and I can't stop them from making their content. End of. Nothing else to talk about. But we've had two situations where two dudes who was card carrying supporters of these women, financially, and get up there and say some simping stuff, and then when shit go awry, they want to run back here. Wait, hold on. Why y'all didn't gatekeep? It's like, you got your own gate. You opened your gate. You walked into her gate. You threw money in simp statements at her, and you got diminishing returns on that. Don't come back to us saying, man, y'all ain't getting no money or no pussy out of dealing with them. I'm like, no. We're doing our own content. You're over there in her chat room supporting her content. Don't blame us for that. That's what the guy did when he went on Fantastic, telling Fantastic that y'all got to gatekeep, because they gonna think when they start getting more views than you, they don't think they better than you. But he was the dude over there giving them views and hopping up on their panel showing their support. It's on y'all. It's on the audience. It's on the audience if y'all have a problem with that. I can't make or tell nobody that it's on you. It's on you. All right. End of. All right. One more thing, ladies and gentlemen. See, we didn't see 6-footers cheeks clapping on my screen. I'm gonna put the link in the chat pretty soon. I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
So what do you think? I want to think about.
But we do got to get on this one. Abba and Preach is pretty smart. Abba and Preach are pretty smart, particularly Abba. Preach ain't no dummy, but Abba is the very cerebral one of the two. Abba is the one who's more cerebral. He gets it wrong on some things, in my opinion, but he bare minimum, he's a thinker who tries to get it right. He's a thinker who actually tries to get it right. And a lot of times he do. In his criticism of Pearly, he did get a lot of it right. Parts of it that he got right is where he said, whatever she said that was supposedly racist, no, I don't care about that. Do I think she's a white supremacist? No. But he did turn around and say the thing that she really should be more criticized for is being a 26-year-old industrious businesswoman. I'm paraphrasing, but I've worded it the same. This is how I've worded it. A 26-year-old industrious businesswoman who've created a vertical business out of YouTube, who's clearly career driven and putting career and all of that before marriage and finding a husband and starting a family. She's clearly putting all of that before that, while telling other women under 25 that they need to put finding a husband before career. It's a contradiction baked into the cake of what she's doing. Ooh. Dane C said, BR salute. He's saying we got a nigga keep. Well, yeah. One thing we can gatekeep on, we can, I ain't about to get into that. But yeah, no. It's the gatekeeping there's we let hoes in the space, and we also let hoe ass niggas in the space. Okay. All right. Here's the deal. This is what I'm about to play the part. This is the only part that Abba basically got wrong. Well, y'all saying Abba, making a good point there. That's the point that I've been made. That's the point that I've been making. I just didn't put it in a pre-record so everybody can see it. My good points are lost in my live streams. I got to start clipping this shit. But all right. But here is the main primary point. Abba and Preach. Abba said a lot of things, got a lot of things right. I'm only about to analyze and break down the part of it that I think he got wrong. And I think he's smart enough to know why this is wrong. But he, like so many other people, used this as an opportunity to attack black men.
This girl was corny to me. Do I think she's a grifter? Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I don't think she believes half the stuff that she says that comes out of her mouth. Her friends, her family have already come out and said stuff against her, and she's made up certain aspects of her life. But more importantly, I don't know, you just see the switch up that she's done over the last 2 years, and it's been fascinating to see the kind of title she had before, content she's making, to what she's making now. I just don't buy it. I never did. At the end of the day, do I think she's some kind of race supremacist? No, I don't. I think she's just somebody who wants to make money. And her capitalistic mindset made her realize that black men will support a woman who echoes what they think, especially if she doesn't look like them. And so they threw money at her.
That part right there. Her capitalistic mindset made her realize that black women will support a woman who says the things that they think or tells them what they want to hear. So they threw money at her. To that, I say bullshit. I have been banging this drum, and I'm going to clip this part. It is a bunch of nonsense, the idea that she is that heavily supported by black men throwing money at her. You can go and look at the super chats. You can go and look at it. It's a website that keeps up with everybody's super chats. Yeah, I do know that, right? Crimson Cure, who has an actual black male audience, a black American male audience, actually gets more super chats per week, per month than just Pearly Things. A lot of people don't know that. Hell, for that matter, Danica Marie does. And there's plenty of black men that do. Black men like hell, Angry Man, Jap, so many. Black Ram. Fuck, I'm liable to get more super chats than her on a good week, but I go live more than her. But either way, it don't matter. She got 1.4 million subs, and some people actually think that 1.4 million subs is all black men, as if people are filing in to listen to Pearly Things the same way that black men filed in to listen to Kevin Samuels, where we practically set our clock and pop popcorn. And when he opened up that panel, it was a time where we wouldn't miss that for the world. We was never like that with Pearly Things. Dudes don't set their clock for when Pearly Things go live and pop some popcorn and break out their half pint of Henny like, oh shoot, Pearly Things is on. It's like, no, that's not a thing. That didn't exist. What you talking about? Throwing money at her? That's not a thing. You can go look at her chat room. You can see a general YouTube audience in her chat room with a small splash of black people in her chat room. I've been banging the drum saying this from the start. She do not get that heavy of black American male support. Even her people have said that we are not the primary funders or benefactors. We're not the ones who's funding her. So this whole notion like dudes is sitting there, popping popcorn. They got Crown and Coke on the rocks in a red cup, sipping it with their pinky finger out, watching just Pearly Things. Like, cut the crap. You have to know that that's not true. You have to know that that's not true. And this is the part where I got a little agitated when I heard him say that, because I know he knows YouTube well enough to know the difference between an organic audience and an inorganic audience. She has an inorganic audience from doing short reels. That's why they got 1.8 million subs. When they drop a video, it gets 400,000 views. She has 1.4 million subs. When she drops a video, that thing may get 5 to 10,000 views, because she doesn't even have an organic audience that really truly, watches her stuff regularly like that. What she did is she spammed the short reel. I just looked yesterday. She put up like 24 videos yesterday, a bunch of broken up clips from the live stream and a bunch of broken up shorts and all that stuff, and just spam the algorithm with that. She's the Allen Iverson of YouTube. She take 40 shots to get 30 points and shooting about 25% from the field. I'm sorry, Allen Iverson fans, but look it up. He shot a horrible percentage. He shot below 40% regularly. Well, not regularly, but I mean, he had 3 too many seasons where he shot below 40%. He's a volume shooter. She's a volume uploader. And she spammed the algorithm. She spammed the short feed algorithm when it was easy. When it was easy to blow up, just like I blew up, or not blew up, but I went from 12,000 subs to 32,000 subs. Went to 32,000 subs to, just from made a short 55-second video about 50 Cent. And the thing is, if you make a full 1 minute short and 95, 97, 92% of the people watch it until the end, and you have like a 94, 92, 93% average view time duration, or let alone a 100% view time duration, if you mess around and do that, that thing will go viral. And I did that 4 times. I went viral 4 times and I picked up extra 20,000 subs. She spammed the algorithm with so many attempts on goal, and she went viral hundreds of times and then got 1.4 million subscribers. But when she goes live, it's anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people in there. It's anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 people in there. You know who does that? A lot of people. Minister Jap at his peak. Crimson Cure sometimes. Coach Greg Adams. Angry Man when he on a hot streak. A lot of people do numbers like that. Anton Daniels be doing numbers like that. And these people got much less subscribers than her. That's why when Kevin Samuels blew up and got that big, it was 30,000 in there. Fresh and Fit, at their peak, they be having 20 to 25,000 in there. Why? And what's the difference? Because they got an organic audience based off their live stream show. You can look at their organic audience and see the degree in which men actually support them. You could see it in the super chats because they would both be ranked in the top 5 nationwide in super chats, and you could see it in the live stream views. Her live stream views are basically no different than like a channel that got like barely 100,000 subs with some good momentum, with a general YouTube audience or general, maybe maybe a general manosphere Rollo Tomasi splash of fresh and fit type audience. But the idea, the notion that what he said, that black men will support anybody telling them what they want to hear, and that's what she was doing, and she threw money at it, and like we're just the gullible idiots just throwing money at Pearl, is like, no. You remember Kevin Samuels' streams. You remember how much money was floating on that thing on the super chats. You remember that. She dunked on the algorithm and she got an inorganic 1.4 million subs. But that still manifests herself in having a channel where she can go to make, go live and have 2,000 live viewers. But black men throwing money at her, making her that big? No, that is a lie. We were tapped on the shoulder, like they tapped us on the shoulder and informed us that Just Pearly Things was our leader. We had no idea. We had no idea. That was news to us. That was all news to us. But that's the only part of this I'm going to cover with Abba and Preach. And that's the only part of it that annoyed the hell out of me. Everything else that they said was spot on. Everything else they said was accurate. When it comes to Pearly Things, I only respect her as a YouTuber. I only respect her just as a YouTuber. And I'm going to copy her style. Somebody said in the chat room, do I need editors? I'm building the team. I'm building the team. I am definitely building the team right now. Like y'all about to see. I've been threatening this for a while, but trust me, y'all about to see. I got editors. I got editors in place. I'm going to try to spam the algorithm, much like Pearly Things. But the link is in the chat. 2 topics on the table. Why was everybody going in more on David Carroll than what they were going in on Pink Pill? Why was men going in more on David Carroll, a single man who was trying to get some ass, versus how much they were going in on a married woman married to a white man, saying to trying to tell other black women not to mess with black men, but meanwhile exchanging text messages and having ongoing text message and phone relationships with black men, going all the way back to 2018 or 2014. One could speculate that's the reason why she got a divorce. That's just speculation. But why black men ain't calling that out more than they're calling out David Carroll for, pursuing some pussy. There's nowhere in the rule books does it say that a man who criticizes black women on the internet can't pursue sex from one of them, even if it's one of the direct ones that he directly criticized. You can criticize a woman, you can not like a woman, and you can still want to have sex with her. Nowhere in the rule book does it say that you can't do that. Nowhere in the rule book does it say that you can't do that. And we got to talk about the whole situation. Fantastic did a classic stream. But the main part was the guy coming in there emboldening the men of the manosphere to gatekeep. Y'all need to gatekeep. However, he's one of the ones on there throwing money at, supporting, and hopping on the panels with Six and Danica, saying the simpish statements, defending them and all of that and blah blah blah. He want us to stop him from going over there, because I just can't resist it. I see attractive women and I can't resist. But shout out to he says Sir Jack Mehoff. Shame on you. Shame on you. He says Uncle Dave said he preferred being a backup QB. I already read that one, but shout out to you, dude.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Shout out to Dusty Nuts in the building. Shout out to Dusty Nuts in the building. Says Book of Chess Pieces. Book of Chess Pieces 2 and 2. At times thine she-heathen will provide half-truths to concealeth revelations about themselves looming on the horizon. Yes.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to who else we got in here. Who else we got in here? Shout out to, let me make that, see if I could do that, make that bigger, make it a little quicker. That she's a stripper. What the hell was he expecting? I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't care. I didn't watch her content. I didn't have nothing to do with that. But yeah, if a woman used to strip and then she went from stripping to yeah, she yeah, I mean, one could easily make the connection that she yeah, went from one way of getting money out of men's pockets to another way from getting money out of men's pockets. I think a chick said, it wasn't her, it was some other chick that said, I see men as a business. let that sink in. Let that sink in. A chick said that. But shout out to you. Shout out to Dane C in the building. Shout out to Dane C. Says BR salute. He's saying we got a nigga keep. Well,
these last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Somebody saying who used to strip. And I would like, play coy on something like this if I didn't know. But I mean the information is out there. So yeah, 6 to Goddess. Somebody unearthed the video footage. I'll just say that. Somebody unearthed the video footage. I'll just say that. Pull up the next super chat. You should be able to see it. It should. Okay, good. Sir Jack Mehoff, I'm getting tired of your name, bro. I'm getting real tired of your name. Said, she sounds like a younger Ann Coulter. Wow. Are you talking about Crystal and Carrington? That's a wow of a statement. Sounds like a younger Ann Coulter. And by the way, there's a lot of back when Ann Coulter was well, I even use Ann Coulter. I'll use Tommy Lauren. It's a lot of card carrying Democrats, a lot of men who card carrying liberals who would definitely vote. I mean, they definitely would smash Tommy Lauren or Ann Coulter back in her day. Like they would, I would definitely hate fuck Tommy Lauren. Like that's a thing. But it says she sounds like a younger Ann Coulter. Ann is 60, never married, childless, night riding, career driven, and tells other women to find a oh, okay. Even better comparison. I thought we were talking about 60 or somebody else, but no, I thought we were talking about Crystal and Carrington, but no, Pearly, yes. Yes, I see the accuracy. There. Carry on to pull up the next one. And Snuggles in the building says, play my music, please, and thanks. Okay, sure, we'll do it today.
Hi, I'm Snuggle. Snuggly softness. That's really less expensive.
Okay, so hope you're happy, Snuggles. And Jackie Jack in the building says, happy Friday, Bernard, in chat. Absolutely. Thank you.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Jack Mehoff with the great comparison. But all right, let's get into it. Let's see who we got in here. Go ahead. Your name is Prince Cubby. I can't tell. Introduce yourself because I can't even tell what that says.
Hello. If you are in Africa, and especially if you are in Nigeria, people should know this crest that I have on screen. I am the cousin of the Oluwawori, and I have been watching what's been going on for 18 long, painful years. The gender war between men and women, and not only black women and black men, but a gender war between all races, all ethnicities, all religions. What's happening here in the West is slowly starting to happen in other countries as well, outside of the Western world, like Muslim countries and Africa's countries. There's a news study that says Africa's birth rate is declining, and I'm not surprised by that. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And in recent weeks, I've been appearing on the Obsidian Ali podcast, and yesterday I appeared on Didi's live stream, and I've made it clear about
whose
where
live
this
stream?
is all going.
Whose live stream?
On Obsidian Ali's live stream, and I appeared yesterday on Didi's live stream as well.
Whoa. That's what I didn't hear. That last name. Who was that?
Didi.
BD?
Yeah, a YouTube content creator who goes by the name Didi. I appeared on her live stream yesterday, and in recent days, I've also been appearing on Obsidian Ali's podcast on YouTube. I've been making it very clear where this is all going. I have been making it clear that this is all heading in an extremely dangerous direction, because I have been watching the gender wars for 18 long, painful years. I know where this is all going. The war between men and women is resulting in a serious lack of manpower in militaries, to the point where Denmark are literally considering forcefully conscripting their female population. And countries in Europe are watching Denmark, and they are now thinking, maybe, just maybe, Denmark are onto something. Maybe, just maybe, Denmark have the right idea. Misandry has consequences. Anti-man has consequences. Anti-male has consequences. Feminism has consequences. The suffrage movement has consequences. What the female gender are doing nowadays has consequences. And black women talking about, oh, we're going to abort black babies. They're going to abort. They're delusional. They're not paying attention to science. They're not paying attention to what scientists are doing. Artificial wombs, and also on International Women's Day, scientists announced that they used male cells to create mice babies. And now the last and final step in the birthing process that scientists will need to figure out is gestation, because that's where this is all going.
Explain to me what mice babies got to do with any of this.
Because there are black women talking about aborting black male babies and saying, we're not going to have any black male babies. We're going to abort them. We're going to kill them. Well, guess what? We don't. At a point, scientists are making women redundant, and that's where this is all going. This gender war has consequences. It's leading to a very dangerous direction. It is leading to something extremely bad in the future at the rate things are going. And just last year in 2022, Real Femme Sapien brought a white man on to talk about what's going on between men and women, and the white man called for a gender war. And just in recent days, I've been watching what's been going on in the black manosphere, and there's a black man who went on his own show and called for genocide of black women. And just a few days ago,
whoa! You saying that was black manosphere? A black manosphere call for genocide of all women?
No,
bullshit.
A black man went on his own show and called for genocide of black women. And just a few days ago, the angry biracial talked about what that black man did on this show.
Angry biracial?
Blasted him for that. Huh?
Who was the angry
biracial? A YouTube content creator who went on YouTube and he blasted that black man who did that.
All right, bro. You keep naming lots of people that I never heard of. I don't know who DD is. I don't know who the angry biracial is. I don't know who this guy who called for genocide of black women. I don't know who any of these people are. You're talking. I damn near don't know what you want me to do with all this information. It was some scattershot information that I did understand where you was going. I could follow the bouncing ball, but then the ball started just all over the damn room. Okay, so go ahead and sum it up. Let's you know,
this is
like you need to start a channel. You one of those people that just don't jump in the conversation. It's like you get on the mic and you want to say everything that you ever wanted to say. It's like so. But I'll let you go ahead and wrap it up. I'll let you go ahead and wrap it up.
Heading in an extremely dangerous direction. there are black women on social media and especially on YouTube who last year disrespected Martin Luther King Jr. on YouTube. Black women disrespected Martin Luther King on YouTube sometime last year. And after that, in recent months, after that disrespect of Martin Luther King, black females on social media started calling for the enslavement of black men. There is a Twitter account known as Villainous K who called for the enslavement of black men. And as a result of that, her account got suspended. But she's not the only one. There are others out there. And before the Just Holy Things incident happened, there was a black female who went on TikTok and talked about submitting to white men.
All right. Okay.
This is all heading in a dangerous direction.
Gotcha. All right.
Get the stepping.
That wasn't me. That was RM. that was me. That was me. But thank you. Dirty folks, what's going on?
What's poppin', man? Man, that was funny though. The Martin was funny. Bro, I don't believe that there's a gender war. I think that girls are hitting boys and boys are just trying to hold their hands down, like all domestic disputes, because girls can't beat boys. I don't really think that men are
But
fighting.
define a gender. Define what is a gender war as you see it, think it, or conceive it. I didn't even talk about that really. I mean, I basically was saying the general point that I wanted to make about the gender war is all the stuff that we go on. Well, it'll never end because it will always be disagreement between male and female, and as long as there's an open market of people making platforms and talking, and then a man is going to say something and a woman is going to disagree, and then a man is going to disagree with what she said and somebody else is going to react to that, and then people, or even if people just separate, say I ain't gonna react to that, I'm just gonna do my own content, it'll be subliminal, indirect, responding to each other, because men and women never going to agree. And so it's one separate thing in how men in their real life should actually move versus men doing what I call, and a lot of people criticize it, but it's a counterpunch to woman-centric anti-male propaganda, or a counterpunch to woman-centric propaganda against men. I think it's important that men do that men put other stuff out in the airwaves. So, men like Mark Lamont Hill don't, did you hear about Mark Lamont Hill, who said that that during Freaknik, it was just a bunch of sexual assault going on?
I didn't
like
know
those women were.
I didn't know it was him. But you know what I say, man? You can't grape juice the willing, bro.
Exactly. But so if men don't come on here and talk and get the word and our views and perspective out there and try to change the worldview of men, particularly black men, it's gonna be more black men talking like Mark Lamont Hill goofy ass. So it's like we gotta talk, we gotta get our stuff out there, and then somebody gonna disagree, and then we may clap back to the disagreement, and then this whole that's what I mean by the gender war won't end, because as long as there's Mark Lamont Hills, there should be people like us that say things that men should do, need to do, and how men should operate. We should be speaking what makes sense, as long as somebody like Mark Lamont Hill is out there. So it's like, long as he exists, we should exist. Long as the women that's saying nonsense exist, we should exist. So that's why I say the gender war will never end. Gender war will never end. But you got it.
Now I get what you're saying, because I got to do a debate with Ken Brixman next Wednesday. I'm not looking forward to that goofy ass shit. But here, this is why I say there's no gender war. Women can only do what men allow, right? So the war is against the Mark Lamont Hills. Like, I believe what it comes down to is black men in particular, men in general in America, but black men in particular have absolutely no vetting process. When I say zero, I mean zero, right? So you come into a situation where, like last night, I was on Rumble, and I saw Tommy do his stream about Six being, an adult dancer,
Yeah.
And I was like, I could see it. So my whole thing was, I think about all the people who were backing, and I don't care what you say about Nika, I think she for the streets, But
yeah, I give a pass. If I see a woman got 10 years of marriage under her belt and no visible
bro, you know
signs
how
of
many
her,
girls I
and
slept
hold on, time out. Let me finish. I see a woman with like 10 years of marriage under her belt, got married young, no visible signs of her abusing her husband. I tend to
using her husband. I like that one.
no visible signs. The man looks fine. We told him blink twice if he okay, and he blinked twice. I mean, I'm hands off with the married one. But yeah, there's a lot of side eye for the streets. Optics over there. But yeah, but still, hands off the married.
I don't trust any girl in a do rag. You can call it look. It's do rags for girls. I don't trust no girl in a do rag. And I like Crimson Cure, man, but I'll be like, yo, she from Chicago, she wear a do rag. I like the content though. And that's it. Her and Pink Book are the only two female content creators I actually like. Everybody else, I just think they're faking. But since black men in particular, men in general, don't know how to vet women, they listen to girls with clothes on, and then they want to defend girls with clothes on that they like because it's intrinsic in men to want to protect something, right?
Mhm.
They want to love something. Women want to be loved. Women don't ever say, I want to love somebody. Women say, I want to be loved. Men want to love. Men are searching for somebody to love, some abstract to love. I say they stick with their car because these girls ain't loyal. But the gender war don't exist because boys can beat girls. So really what we have is I don't want to say classes war because class denotes like economic success, but philosophical war between the guys that kill you
Yeah.
over a girl and the guys that you know what I'm saying don't want to, don't want to deal with it.
It's philosophical. It's a philosophical war of ideas, and I accept and I embrace that. It is what it is. But
Man,
look here. Carry on.
it's a do rag. You can call it a hijab. You can call it a kufi. You can call it a tam. It's a do rag. If I wear a do rag out here, I wear my hat cocked. I'll be like, oh, he can't be. He's wearing that. You let these goofy ass girls come out here with these goddamn bonnets for juice and berry chicks and think they ain't no goddamn do rag. Anyway,
You make an interesting point. They could instead of wearing a ratchet bonnet on their head, they could just go with they can wear whatever Crimson Cure wear on their head, and they'll look virtuous. At Walmart and shopping in their pajama pants. They never thought about that.
In the yoga pants with the open toe sandals, do rag.
Yeah, man.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that religion shit, man. I used to wear African medallions in the 90s. I ain't never been to Africa. I don't believe that religion shit. Anyway, as the story progresses, though, man, that's what I wanted to say about that part. The second part, you said something else, though, I wanted to say, but then my man, Hakeem came in. What was the second thing you were talking about? The Carroll thing. The Carroll thing.
Oh yeah, I need your analysis on that, man. That David Carroll situation. What you got on that?
Most men who have sex with black women hate black women. That's the only way you can have sex because black women hate themselves. If you can't match her energy, how you gonna score? You love her, you on a 90-day waiting list while she sleep with me for 89 days because I hate her. You gotta hate her to be with her. So I don't take anything away from Carol shooting this shot at a girl. I don't take anything away from her calling him the ops. I know that they'll sleep with the ops. If you can read past the 6th grade level, they won't sleep with you. You need to wear your hat cocked and fake dumb because it's easier to fake dumb than fake smart. And then you sleep with all of them, bro, because that's what they like. They like dysfunction. They like men they can control. They like men with a parole officer. So if they can't control you, they can call somebody. That's what turns black girls on. Him saying he hates black women is exactly what they love. It is what it is.
All right. Let's say it's Courtney Austin. Go ahead. You got the flow. Why you looking up at the ceiling? Kind of. What the hell? Hey, I'm confused. Say something.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Okay. Yeah, I got slightly confused. All right. Go ahead. You got the flow. You got the mic. What's on your mind?
I basically said all I had to say in the chat. I was just feeling a little self-conscious because my hair now all the way done. You know how we was taught to just be presentable and stuff, but we also being taught to come as we are and stuff like that. But people still have stigmas if you have any questions for me, I mean,
I would
it's
have
okay.
had questions for you. You called into the show. What have you heard? What's on your mind? What prompted you to call in?
I'm okay. I just, I'm just here for the support. It's like a emotional support group as well, in a way. And everything that, you, Mr. Bernard, as well as, the panels that you have is very informative to me. It helps me, teach my son as well as like other people that may not be able to be in the chats or anything like that, even though some children do be in the chats, And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just didn't want to, keep showing myself and stuff. 'Cause, my hair not done and stuff.
All right. Okay. So yeah, sound like you don't have a whole lot to add to the conversation. Yeah.
You do. I mean, I feel like I do. And
You do. All right. What was we talking about? Okay, we started. Okay, we'll humor this. We'll
That's no
humor
problem.
this. We'll humor
Let's
this.
get to the chat.
Yeah, we talked about we was talking about the gender war, how it never end, men and women online
It does
voicing
be
their
nuts
views,
and
thoughts,
stuff. It's just
opinions,
funny.
and what I'm talking. Men online voicing their thoughts, views, perspectives, opinions, and insights, and women and men are always going to have some disagreement and be counter arguing, counterpoint. So I'm saying that it will all never end as long as everybody got a mic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a lot of people, that still have, issues, camera shy or what have you. It's just, it's just all about notion and no shit as far as like lotions, potions, and all in the ocean. Like time is a big issue.
No, I don't.
You do or you don't?
I don't. I got some new graphics in the back that I'm about to play with just for fun. Don't take it personally.
Get the stepping.
Wait, that wasn't the one. Hold on.
Back up a taste. Just a taste. Just give me some room. Back up a taste. Just a taste. Just give me some room. Okay, the door's gonna slam about now.
To Martin for being a angry, stay off my lawn, dude. I respect stay off my lawn, dude.
I got to review them all right now. Y'all give me a second.
Let's go, Big Shirley. Out. Come on. Let's go. Go get a sandwich, Shirley. Let's go.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. There's a few more of them.
Do not let the doorknob hit when you showing us flip. Amen.
All right. All right. I had to check all the new drops that was down there. I had to check all the new drops that was down there.
Oh man, I was still in that last one though. I like that one.
Oh man. All right, y'all. The link is in the chat. Feel free to join the conversation. Anybody want to join the conversation who's been listening and participating. Let me get to some super chats while we see what's going forth here. Let's see what's going on forth here. Bring up the last one that I didn't get to because I don't even remember which one. Okay, cool. All right. Ken says just stop to support. Ken, just stop to support. Absolutely. Thank you. Sir Jack Mehoff. We got to do something about that name. The first 2 times it was funny. Now I'm just feeling violated by every time you make me say that. But he says, Buddy needs to take the tinfoil hat off. As the nation develops, its birth rate drops. The decline in Africa's birth rate is normal and a positive sign. I mean, yeah, it does drop off, but it can modernity can be an issue. And I think we got modern stuff going on steroids here, so it could actually be a bigger issue than what we think. It could be actually a bigger issue than what we think, but I don't feel like getting into that and doing a whole show on that. But declining. And let me just say this to Courtney that was down there. You know, she was nice. I mean, she wasn't mean. She wasn't a problem. So I didn't mean to be rude in the removing from the show. Didn't mean to be rude, but yeah, it was slowing down the offense. We was in the shotgun with 5 wide receivers and passed her to subbed her in. That was like bringing in Jerome Bettis, 3 tight ends and a fullback. Just slowing the offense down. So we gonna we're just gonna keep it moving, bring it in. Punch, get out. Some people I'd bring up, say what you got to say. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming up. Good call. Boom. But I had to play around with the new drops to see about I had to see about that. But anyway, Certified's in the building with $5 super chat. He says, "This is a better background. Gotta love the crayons." I think he's talking about Dirty's background. Then, yeah. Then the rainbow thing. LOL. Shout out to Dirty folks. Happy Friday, Bernie. Absolutely. Who else we got in this joint? I think that was at the end. Was that the end of the super chat? So thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who's supporting the stream. Thank you to everybody who's supporting the stream. But let me get back with you on that David Carroll thing. I almost forgot what was your initial take on that. See, this is my take, and this is a problem that I had with the whole thing. It was too many people. It was too many people who looked at that as a negative for David Carroll. And it's like, you could critique aspects of his game. He was being long-winded, maybe perhaps what they call the beta orbiter, but either way it go. If the man was pursuing some ass and a married chick was entertaining, it ain't nowhere in the I criticize black women on the internet handbook that says you can't attempt to have sex with them. It is something in that married woman married to a white man a swirling anti-black man handbook that says you can't cheat on your white man with a black man or be entertaining him through text message and all of that stuff. So I'm sitting there like, she's trying to expose this dead man. I'm like, she's showing a bigger L on herself. She's exposing what we say about a lot of these chicks. If she's sitting there married and entertaining text messages from an old, as they would say, toxically masculine black man who rant and rave about women on the internet, she entertaining text messages, sending pictures bent over and shit. Like, I mean, like, that's an L on her. I mean, so I was shocked that men wasn't calling it like that.
I didn't hear any men talk bad about Carroll, so I don't know what I mean.
Okay, if you ain't hear it, you ain't hear it.
But I will say this: I'm not shocked that women will be with any man. I know I don't know her, but there's a girl, I can't think of her name for nothing because she's so unimportant. But black girl was dating a Mexican or Puerto Rican or something. She got 3 biracial kids and came back after she broke up talking about black men need to step up. They don't take care of their kids. And I'm like, shorty, what the? Like, if there's any way that they can blame black men by default, they'll find a way. And I also don't understand why these toddlers come back years later with receipts for things that happened and that culture change, right? So for instance, let's talk Freaknik. For instance, right? Freaknik, men were more aggressive. We left our home cities to hop in cars and drive down with no license, in my case, to go to a different state to sleep with girls from different states. And we had a ball. People do it. They used to do Girls Gone Wild videos of white boys doing it at Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Spring break. It's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Way before Passport Bros, it was Interstate Bros. You know what I mean? So
damn, that was bars.
but a lot niggas is kind of puss right now. So like all the things that we did to get girls as aggressive as we were to hunt these wildebeest, you guys have changed the game so gynocentric. For instance, online dating is gay, right? And I'll tell you why. To have a woman have the ability to make a decision on who to be with when girls make horrible decisions, it'll only lower your self-esteem. You need to go out there with your club, not go over there, drag it back to your cave, colloquially, not literally.
Metaphorically.
Go to the mall, get your bag of cookies if you're young, if you're under 25, go to the mall with your bag of cookies and one outfit, you know what I'm saying, in the bag, and walk around the mall like you're a baller, holla at girls. You gotta go out there, because the girls online are not who they are in real life. In real life, there's no way in the world that most of these girls were the girls that held the purses and the coats for the pretty girls in 1998. And now they got a voice. And they shouldn't have a voice. And they controlling the way that you guys interact with toddlers, because y'all ain't been out there in the field and realize they really just dumb and they got clothes on and all they want to do is get naked. Everything they do to empower themselves revolves around nudity. They want to be naked. They want to be at Freaknik popping and twerking. These chicks twerk on dinner tables. Well, nobody even asking them to. They just 8 girls hop on the table, twerk. That's what they do. They want to be naked. They want to twerk. Y'all doing all this extracurricular. Y'all are putting civilized adult attributes on adult-sized toddlers. And that's just not how life works. I just got to go out there. So the David Carroll thing doesn't make sense, because the man has been deceased for a while. And now you want to pull him out the grave and be like, yo, look, he tried to holler at me. You don't get no points for David Carroll trying to holler at you. David Carroll?
That's my point. That was my point. It's nothing baked into the cake of this that says he wouldn't try to hit that. You know, you could criticize and say he had a lack of game. He's a little too indirect. He should have, you cut to the chase or whatever. But overall, I got no criticism. I got no criticism coming from him on that one. What you said about the online dating. The online dating, it did change the game. It's a lot of younger dudes who, and it's like, this is the part that kind of blows my mind. But it's younger dudes out there who, yeah, they ain't getting out there, but a lot of them, they ain't even getting on the apps. It's like, based off some stuff that I've researched and some personal talking to younger people. My son is a young man. He's like they play they Call of Duty and they good. It's like they get together, they hang out, do stuff here and there, But if it's almost like they own some. If they just happen to just meet a girl through the friend group, and then that'll be a girl. I mean, there's only just a few who actually really getting out there, and it's like, so it's turning into a situation where I don't know if they really thinking. I don't know to what degree they thinking it through. I don't think there's no ideology behind it. They ain't going MGTOW or nothing like that. But it's just like it's almost just like a certain level of nonchalant. Just fuck it.
But they are MGTOW. They don't call them MGTOW.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They haven't ideologically thought it through, but they just like fuck it.
They ideologically thought your son just didn't talk to you. I'll give you a perfect example.
What do you mean my son didn't talk to me, nigga?
No. This is what I mean. This is what I mean, right?
We talk every day, goddammit.
No. That's what I'm saying, right? So I'm at my boy crib. This is a true story. I'm at my boy house on the 4th of July one year. His son was 12 or 13. I don't know how I end up at the grill at your house, but I'm on the grill at his house while everybody else in the house making potato salad or something, right? His son comes outside. No provocation. There was no intro to this. He just busts out like, when I get older, I'm dating white girls. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I'm dating white girls. I said, well, yo, have you told your father this yet? He's like, nah, but I'm going to tell him. So my boy come outside. I said, yo, tell your dad what you just told me. He said, well, Dad, when I get older, I'm dating white girls. My boy said, why, son? He said, man, your sister's black, your mother's black, your grandma black. Why would you want a white girl? He said, because my sister black, my mama black, and my grandma black, and they not really that nice. The white girl's nice to me. The black girl's always starting to mess. He's like, man, I want to go where people make me smile. So it's whether they call it MGTOW or not, they know the general vibe. They have a feeling like, yo, this ain't for me. So let me just stay out the way.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And that could be it, but it is an interesting thing. It is an interesting thing. I still get puzzled when I, either rather through it's like a real life conversation, sort of like what you talked about, rather through something like that, or if it's through, researching and looking up stuff. They got the data on it and everything, talking about how young boys are not, they basically just checking out. I'm like, damn, it's like, I don't know. It's still puzzling. It's still puzzling that they just check. I mean, that's the age when the testosterone and the desire to do it is like at its all times high. I mean, I'm 40. I'm horrible,
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. These girls are horrible. I watch these little girls. They are horrible, bro. Like they talk sassy. They young talking to me like they grown. Like you don't know nothing. They clipping off 1-inch nails to put on 1-inch press-on nails and gluing eyebrows while they cut off their eyebrows. I'm like, why are you doing that? You don't know what's going on. I'm gonna do it. They like early teens. I'm like, yo, so and I'm like, as a grown man, I'm like, all right, I ain't your daddy. You do what you want to do. So I can imagine how they treat classmates.
Yeah.
Respect. Like, I ain't mad at Shorty though.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't tripping. I mean, how they treating classmates? I'm talking post 18, post high school. If dudes ain't getting it in high school, that might be a good thing, Even though we, it's a lot of life lessons and experience you can get in high school. But if dudes ain't getting it in after 18, that may not be that ain't a bad thing. But Kenneth Williams in the building. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. The Sneak 2008 in the building. He says David Carroll should have used mode 1 with her. Yeah, and actually that's one area where you can criticize him. He did used to say he used to cut right to the chase on chicks. He did used to say that. He did legit used to say that. So he's being indirect with that one. He's being indirect with that one. Sir Tyson in the building. Sir Tyson in the building says anything that lowers the barrier to entry is going to food saturate and change the marketplace, stock market, social media, and now online dating. Let me read that again. Anything that lowers the barrier of entry. Yeah. So online dating is lowering the barrier of entry. It's just giving women a satellite to just put their satellite out there, and which they got on Instagram. But the ones who can't get the attention on Instagram, they got their satellite of freaking of the dating apps, and then people go on the dating apps and they they go on the dating apps and they just soak up that attention. So it aids and abets them in their delusion. But he says it's going to saturate and change the marketplace, stock market, social media, and now online dating. Absolutely. Super chat. I tried in the building with the $5 super chat. I do appreciate that. Who else we got in this joint? I think. Oh wait, no, that was the last one. All right, so we are joined by Teflon Don. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Man, I'm at work right now, and if I heard you correctly, did you say Uncle Carroll got crystalline kerosene with the shakies, with her touching her toes? Is this what you telling me right now?
Oh well, I'm shocked you haven't heard nothing about this. Nah, it ain't no evidence that he hit it, but it is evidence he was supporting. He was not supporting, pursuing. I meant to say, it's evidence that he was pursuing, and it's evidence that she was pretty much with it. I mean, well, she was entertaining the text messages. Put it like that. She was entertaining the text message. That's the most you could say. He was flirting. She didn't block him on sight. She sent text messages back and forth with him, going all the way back to. She said he first reached out in 2014. She showed some evidence of text messages back and forth in 2018. So they had interactions where they was flirting on the phone. She tried to expose him, but I think she exposed herself. Like she was sending him pictures and shit. But she said she was doing that tactically to try to get him off of her, or to try to to keep your friends close but your enemies closer. But whatever. You was a married goddamn woman. You was a married goddamn woman. Sending flirty messages back and forth with a man. That's an L on her. But anyway, that's it. Yeah, it's out there. Just type it in. Just type it into the search engine and you'll find it.
Wait, hold on. Woo!
You're trying to out this man from the man is dead. She's trying to out him when he can't defend himself. That's some bullshit. So I figure I'd defend him.
This is some out of pocket shit. I have never. So you tried to expose a man, and you thought, did she expose herself with the actual photos at hand, or it's just like, oh yeah, okay, she's an idiot. Okay, yeah, okay, no wonder. Okay, all right, makes perfect sense. All right.
Yep, that's for damn sure happened. Hold on real quick. She put this shit out here. Hold on.
Oh my God. You can't be more of a bigger hypocrite than that.
Yeah, she put this shit out here. Hold on, let me pull this up. Yeah, and she trying to out this man again. This is like, backroom gossipy shit that I didn't want to really mess with. But damn, you just gonna put this man out there that bad like that? You're gonna try to clown this man, and I'm like, you clowning yourself. This is a video. This is a back and forth text messages. He asked for a picture, and then she sent him a picture. That's her. If you can see that. Hold on, I don't know if you can. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but that's her. If you can see that, like linked over the bed, taking a picture in a dress, bent over the bed. Like that's like what the hell? It's like you can't clown him. You can't clown him for that. Especially if she was married during the time of doing that. But she trying to charge up this dead man.
I don't. Hey, look, I don't.
She's trying to charge up a dead man, and I'm like, nah. That's an L for her, because ain't nothing in the rule book that says a man who criticizes black women on the internet for a living can't occasionally attempt to stick his penis in one of them. It's no rule that says that, but it is a rule that say that your married ass can't be sending text messages and pictures back and forth with a man trying to smash. So yeah. No, she did that. She put it all out there. I'm not out nothing or exposing nothing. She exposed herself. It was a few days ago. I'm just like, damn, why you trying to clown this deceased man? Why you trying to talk shit about this deceased man? And you gave yourself a bigger L. But anyway, yeah.
Kink.
What'd you say?
It's an exotic kink. That's probably why.
Yeah. I say some hate fucking was on the menu. I think that's what I interpreted from all of that. Yeah, Dolomite. Why didn't you expose him back in 2018? She just sat on that until he died. Like that's just weird. I mean, you should have went to the grave with that.
What year did she get divorced?
That I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking it maybe was sometime around 2020-ish, 2021-ish, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when she got a divorce, but either way it go, the message is going back pretty far. I mean, so you never know. You never know if that had anything to do with it. But yeah, that's
not that message necessarily, but I can believe that him not being able to go to work and him being with his wife 24/7, he was like, yo, fuck this, I'm out.
Oh, wow. Yeah. They probably was one of them COVID divorces. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He wasn't at work. He found them damn text messages. You never know. It's messy as hell and it's gossipy, so I want to leave it alone. But I had to cover it just to defend the deceased David Carroll. That's so I had to go in and cover it and just float my thoughts and perspectives out there to the airwaves. That this is an L for her. This is an L for her. I ain't got too much criticism from him other than that whole. He did say some shit like it could be a woman. He don't care how fine she is. She could be butt naked. She could be laying butt naked in the bed, and on another side of the room, his cigars are over there, his sticks, as he called them. He said 10 times out of 10, I'm taking the sticks. If I got to choose, I'm like, that was a goddamn lie.
Hey, no, you know what? That's that.
You ain't taking the sticks, apparently. But
I believe it.
You believe that? Nah, I don't.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe it though. I think in these contexts, I think if you sleep with her 3 times, then you pick the sticks. You ain't no pussy like new pussy. But like if you do it, then you like, I'm gonna take the sticks and did this before.
There are some women that I ain't into sticks. I ain't into no cigars. But there are some women that after so many times, if I can okay, you can either go and you can even have sex with her a 4th time, or you can get like a nice juicy medium. Some of y'all like that medium rares. Niggas. Shame on anybody who getting them well done. Even medium, even medium well get some criticism. I like them medium. So okay, so I've got to choose between getting with this chick a 4th time, and some chicks definitely will get that 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, however many times we however many times. But there's some chicks where it's like either do it that 4th time or take a nice 20 ounce ribeye, 20 ounce bone in, like bone in, nice 20 ounce bone in medium, ribeye with a loaded baked potato, and I like honey Jack Daniels and ice. Yeah, it's some chicks out. Yeah, give me that ribeye. Give me that ribeye, that baked potato, and some honey Jack, some honey Jack on some ice on the rocks, as they call it.
That is exactly what I would get. I wouldn't get honey Jack though. I would have a sweet tea. Same vibe though. Yeah, loaded potato. Yeah, over a lot of girls. I was like, yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah. So if that's what he's saying, you know, with most chicks, if he say with most chicks, I take the sticks. Okay, I ain't gonna knock him, because that's what I'm about. A nice good ribeye with a loaded baked potato and some honey Jack. Okay, I give him that. But overall, yeah, he still kind of debunked his 10 out of 10 times I'm taking a stick. He kind of debunked that.
I think this is what I would have done. I can't say what David Carroll would do because I didn't know that man. But I would done the same thing just to see if I could hit, because if you got that much hate, just to mess up a happy home, I would have done it out of straight petty. And I think he was being straight petty.
No, that's what I said. If he would have succeeded, even if it took a long time, even if he had to be real indirect and it took 3 years of text messaging back and forth, if he was to have sex with, if David Carroll of all people had sex with Pink Pill, that would destroy her talking points and validate every one of his. Everything. Like so that's why I'm like, if she trying to say she was doing it on some covert stuff, on some, because she did show some stuff where she was trying to control his content through some of the messages. She was like, he had talked about her, and she started trying to, criticize him. Why are you mentioning me? You said you weren't going to be talking about me. He's like, yeah, I slipped up. But because he go. So he was going off, sounding off, and then she trying to, that she texting back and forth, trying to get him to, control his content. He could say that she could say she was doing all that to just, flirting with him a little bit so she could try to manipulate and control him. He could say I was flirting with her because I'm trying to work the situation to my advantage so I can disprove, debunk her whole movement by if she actually hook up with me. So if we gonna let her get away with whatever she was trying to say to try to justify why she was doing what she was doing, we can insert an excuse for him, and it's still it's still a bigger L for her. It's still a bigger L for her. And let me hold on, Tice. So what did you just type out? I gotta see. Let me see if you said something I'm gonna judge you on. No, I'm just playing. He said T-bone, medium, veggies, Rocky. Okay, no, you boo. What is a Rocky Patel? Rocky Patel and Tito's? I don't even know what that is.
Hey, you don't want to know Tito's, bro.
I know about Tito's. I know about Tito's. I don't know what Rocky Patel is. Tito's actually go down smooth.
I don't like Tito's, man.
I don't like it that much either, but it's smooth. I mean, it's you know.
Rocky Patel, a cigar. All right, I don't know about.
Oh, okay. Okay, Rocky Patel. Okay, I don't do cigars.
Get you a honey jack or something, man, with a cigar or brandy. You can get some E&J VSOP before you get some Tito's, bro. Don't drink that Tito's, man. I like it. Get your life right.
T-bone, medium. Nah, it's all about them ribeyes, man. All about them ribeyes. I'll take a ribeye over T-bone any day. But he said T-bone, veggies, cigars, and Tito's in club. I'm listening. All right. Teach his own. All about a nice bone in ribeye, cooked medium, loaded baked potato, honey jack, and ice. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. I take that. I take that on a Friday night over some chicks. Yeah. But not 10 times out of 10. God damn it. So David Carroll was capping on that. He was capping on that.
10 out of 10. That's kind of steep.
Yeah.
Sunday night football, I might pass on you, Shouty, but 10 out of 10 on a
Tuesday,
yeah.
A nice Sunday night football or some NBA playoffs and get with a T-bone and a loaded baked potato and some honey jack. Hey, hey, I might have to pass you up, but not 10 times out of 10. Come on, David Carroll, you outed on that one. You outed on that one, but that's about it. R.I.P. to David Carroll. R.I.P. to David Carroll. And while we at it, R.I.P. to ARC, Kevin Samuels. I didn't know that much about Sinful to P, other than I saw him roast a few people, but RIP to Sinful to P. I didn't know that much about him, But anyway.
Sinful. I didn't know Sinful. I used to hang in circles with Sinful. He and I were cordial, but we ain't never interact. I know that's a Jap guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Sinful been around for a minute, man. Matter of fact, RIP to Jamel. That's who introduced me to him, man. My man Jamel. He was out there pimping on the west side of Chicago and introduced me to Sinful and Don Bishop, Juan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
So you didn't met all the legendary pimps. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I'm saying, we interacted. I mean, Chicago is a big small town, bro. If you in a circle, you just know everybody from the circle.
Okay, all right. Damn, Sir Tice, what do he do to you? What do you do to you, homie? He said rest in piss to him. Who you talking about?
Probably talking about Sam.
Damn, what he do to you? What the hell did he do to you? That's deep. He done said rest in piss. Damn. God damn. Too soon. God damn. Let me see if anybody came through on the Cash App end. But shout out to everybody in the building. If ain't nobody else coming up, I'll probably wrap this bad boy on up. Look like somebody did come through on the Cash App end. Shout out to JC. He says, what can I get for $10? What can I get for $10?
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
Shout out to JC. You know what you get for $10 over here. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Sir Tice talking about Chesters. I don't know about no Chesters, but except Cheetos, man. So I respect it. I don't know who you're talking about, but God bless. We ain't talking about Cheetos. I don't know no Chester.
Oh, and I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know that there was any accusations out there on the deceased. I think he's talking about Sinful. Because I know. I mean, I know a lot about all the other people I named, and I ain't never heard of no rumors. So no rumors like that. So yeah, I had no idea. So yeah, that's not going to jump off. Not going to believe it. I gotta I learned my lesson, not investigating shit before I talk on it. So I ain't gonna even speak on that. So I'll just leave that alone. But I'll leave that alone. But all right, y'all. We about to get up on out of here. And I've been trying to get night shows in. They have not been working out, but there should emphasis on should be a night show tonight. So stay tuned for that one. We about to all right. Nate, I see what you typed down there. I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna leave it alone. But all right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. Night show tonight. The tentative schedule supposed to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We didn't do Monday, Wednesday this week for reasons, but we will be getting it back in. We will be getting it in tonight. So be ready for that one. We'll be doing a night show. So let's with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.